Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2 CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. It's week 88, and these are the games our diggers have for us today. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply head on over to the Patreon page linked in the video description. Now without further ado, let's begin. So Matthew Belgian had another failed dig now, DOSGAMES /PB /pinhelp. And this one failed because, well, it's technically not even there. Oh geez, it's only 5 kilobytes, whatever it is. Yeah, this seems to be like some sort of help for running something? Like so far this is just basic help here on just how to use DOS. And that's it, I'm back to the DOS prompt. I think this is supposed to be part of a bigger thing, but nope. It's not here, whatever it is. So I guess that technically qualifies this as a failed dig, so I guess I have to see what else Matthew Belgian could pull up here. Matthew Belgian's successful dig is DOSGAMES /board /chess with an extra S. I'm gonna guess some kind of chess program from 1984, geez. And again, 9 kilobytes. It's like Matthew knows just how small some of this stuff is. Although, why is it in a folder called chess with an extra S? Chess 88, version 2.0, chess program for the IBM personal computer by Don Berg. Select color, white or black. I'll be white? Oh, I gotta make capitals. Which look-ahead level? I don't know, 1? Oh, it's this one. Okay, so this is basically, this is a chess program that pretty much every person who owned an IBM compatible computer would have played back in the day. Yeah, this was because we had this on our Tandy 1000 on the hard drive on it. We didn't actually have a disk of it, I don't think. Maybe it was on a disk. But yeah, this basically, if you had any kind of IBM computer, chances are you had this program. And this is basically a very basic chess game, although I do recall that the further in you get, like the AI starts to get a little interesting. Yeah, what ended up happening is the AI would sometimes enter this sort of state where it takes forever to make a move, even though it doesn't seem like it should. I should point out that because I'm trying to do a voiceover right now, I'm not really concentrating too heavily on how well I'm playing here. So I'm probably playing a really poor game of chess right now. Although because I have the computer set to the lowest skill level, I get the impression just from looking at his moves that he's not exactly doing the best job either. But and there the computer goes doing the movement with the king and the rook there. Interestingly, the game does have all the normal chess rules in here, including that strange way that pawns can take each other en passé or something like that. I like how the computer put me in check with like a bajillion ways to get out of it right now. Okay, I think I've been playing this long enough, so you get the idea. It's a very basic chess program, runs in a black and white mode, and is pretty simple when it comes down to it. There are sound effects too, supposedly, but they don't seem to be playing here. Might be a Tandy only thing. I don't know. Or maybe there are no sound effects and I'm just imagining it. Either way, it's kind of weird to see this ripped onto the Shareware compilation because this is a really freaking old program. And I don't remember if this was actually like commercial software or not. But in any case, it's interesting to see this thing again after many years. Next up, we have a failed team dig. Yeah, lots of failure today. DOSGAMES /adventure /ADV_KM31, dug up by Paul Shearer and Dick DeYoung. And this one failed because, well, Kingsley's Mansion. Copyright 9092, James S. Nixon. Are you male or female? I am male. File not found. Well, isn't that brilliant? You got all these text files and you couldn't find the one you were looking for. So I'm guessing, I don't know. I'm going to try, there is an instructions text file there. I'm going to look through some of these text files, see if I can figure out what's going on. Yeah, I looked through the text files, but they're just pieces of the game text. so they don't really help. Like, I mean, if I type out the instructions file right here, we can see that there's clearly a text adventure of some kind, but whatever it is, it's not working. So, failed team dig. How about that? Well, I'll pull some more digs from these two and see where we end up. So, they don't have another team dig together, so they're going to have separate digs today. So, Paul Shear dug up DOSGAMES /arcade2 /LOSTMKS. Lost Makers? Markers? Lost Monks? Wait, ZZT. Do we? Well, there's a couple com files. So is this like a standalone ZZT thing? So what happens if we try to run this? The Lost Monkeys copyright digital reality. That didn't actually do anything. What about Strong H2? Nope, this is the BBS thing. Yeah. Okay, so apparently all this really are some document files and apparently a ZZT file. So I'm going to have to load up ZZT here and see what this is. For some reason, the way I have DOSBox configured makes it so that ZZT kind of squishes the screen, but not much I can do about that. Anywho, I copied it into the same folder from when I was originally covering ZZT. So let's see what we got here. The Lost Monkeys from Digital Reality, copyright 92-93. Version 1.1. Okay, turn the game speed up a notch, and play. So apparently made by a Christopher Young. There's like a hammer going on at the back there. And of course PC speaker music, as was par for the course for this stuff. Well, let's get into it. You must save the two monkeys. We got banana falling off a tree there. At least that's what I assume it is. The story follows. You, Joe McCarty, must find Adam and Daisy, the two monkeys. Professor Dave wanted to give them a strength shot, but they got scared and ran away. You'll travel to many islands and venture deep into a dark cave. Game supports EGA ANSI graphics. Yeah, I should hope so. It's ZZT. Game also supports music through the PC speaker. An ending to award the player, action puzzle screens, and fun adventure game to play. Interesting. So here's one of the few cases. I knew we'd find one of these sooner or later. This is a case of someone trying to sell their ZZT creation. And there were also people who tried to sell Megazooks creations as well. The trouble with this particular, just the nature of doing this, is because you need ZZT and Megazooks to play ZZT and Megazooks games. I'm pretty sure it's not like that anymore. There's probably players for this kind of stuff now, but when ZZT and Megazooks were actively being worked on and were active projects, you couldn't play these games without them. So it kind of made it weird having to pay for something that needs something else to work when it's like third-party DLC almost. But in any case, let's see if this is any decent. So, starting here. Boat status panel. Everything functioning properly. Well, that's good. It's seat to sit on. You see your sack of equipment. Open the sack. You untie the sack and peek inside and see many items. Ammunition, silk torches, healing pills, banana, and rope. And we're getting all of it. Okay. It's the motor for your boat. You're lucky enough to have a motor, or you would have to paddle your boat to Monkey's Pleasure by hand. That sounded very wrong. Main boat controls. Full power! And it doesn't seem to be doing much. Open hatch? Oh, I can actually just flat out get out of here and just go to the island. Actually, I wonder what that eject function did. Let's go back on the boat and try ejecting from it. Are you sure you want to eject your wonderful boat? Yes. As your little pod ejects you into the ocean, the blades on your boat slice you into doggy chow. Okay, that's a terrible ejection system if it doesn't work that well. Okay, so let's actually try to play this thing properly now. So, going up into the island here. Oh, we're seeing some banana peels. Should probably check each of them just in case. Banana peel, banana peel, banana peel. Okay, nothing in the banana peels. What about up here? Oh, we got a house. We have tiny trees. So, well, we got a guy here. Please have a seat, Joe. Okay. Glad you can make it, Joe. My poor two little monkeys ran away. I was about to inject them with a strength shot, and they got scared, and so they ran off. You must find Adam and Daisy. They may end up in the wrong hands, and may be used for evil purposes. 'Cause yeah, injecting them with strength shots isn't evil in any way. Will you help me? Of course, Professor. What's it worth, Howard? No. Of course, I'll help. Oh, by the way, I need you to get an engine for the plane you're going to fly. Just buy an airplane manual at the underground store. Yeah, because that's how flight works. You just read a manual and you're good. Okay, so I found this TV here in this hut here, and the guy has, he's mentioning how the registration gets you an official hint book and drawn maps. I kind of have to wonder just how many of those were actually made. What? As you open the drawer, you see many tiny ugly little creatures. Before you can close the drawer, they jump at you and start chewing. So I just died from opening a drawer. Well, that's enough of this ZZT game. Wants my money and it insta-kills me for no good reason whatsoever. So yeah, this is actually kind of par for the course for these kinds of ZZT games. The idea was a lot of trial and error behind this kind of stuff, because you could save at any moment, right? You got the save the game function right at the side there. The trouble though is that this is one that tried to charge $10 for it, and no, this is not the kind of thing you would charge $10 for, because anybody using ZZT at the time probably would be capable of making their own stuff with it. So that's again leads into the part of the reason why that kind of stuff never sold, is because you could just make similar things yourself. Everybody using this software all had some level of talent with it sooner or later. So in any case, it was neat to see another one of these things here. And to finish things off, Dick DeYoung's dug up DOSGAMES /arcade /FAPACHE. Okay, fine, I'll call it FAPACHE because I know all of you want me to say that. And I accidentally just put it in a backslash there. It's probably FAPACHE. It probably stands for like Fort Apache or something like that. Probably has something to do with the helicopter. Doesn't have anything to do with FAP. This CD predates that kind of slang. What have we got here? We got a couple batch files, which appear to be for installing. Well, a few batch files, actually. A bunch of PCS files. I don't know what that's about. And then a bunch of VGA files. Well, I guess we're just gonna run it and see what happens. Fort Apache, converted by T. Stoddart. Copyright Impressions, 1992. Error while loading game data. Okay, clearly this has been ripped. This is like some kind of warez thing, but at the same time, it seems as though some of the files are supposed to be put into their own folders. At least that's what I think is going on here. Let me see if I can actually get this working. I'm going to make a folder called VGA. Do I have the move command? I do not. Okay, copy star.vga to VGA. Okay, now del star.vga. Okay, so now if I try to run it... Hey, there we go, we actually got it working now. So, Fort Apache, which is, well, violence of some kind. Probably some kind of war-related thing? I don't know. We got 6 different flags. I guess we pick one. To Captain J. Troop, Major Travis, new orders. Congratulations on your promotion. Now it's time to put some of that good old West Point theory into practice. Giving you command of our training troop for the next year. During this time, I want you to establish a temporary outpost down south in Devilbush Hills and train me up some fine U.S. troopers. I'll be frank with you, son. We've got a few minor problems in the area that we'd like to keep contained. Firstly, there's a rumor that some old-timer has found some gold in Gold Mountains. Gee, I wonder why it's called that, then. This could spell trouble, as we have signed a treaty with the... with the Native Americans, promising we won't allow any settlers in. Keep them out, or we could have another... Jeez. This is going to be uncomfortable, isn't it? Okay. Oh, yeah. So, apparently some kind of strategy game of some sort. Why is there a red cursor? Wow, that is a lot of units. Whoops. Okay, so how do I actually move the screen? Because the arrow keys don't seem to do it. I'm having a lot of trouble just scrolling everything. There doesn't seem to be any sort of way to actually, like, scroll the screen. The numeric keypad doesn't do it. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss here. Do you have, like, a map? Also, why is there a red cursor? Oh. Okay, so I have binoculars, which let me see ahead to places. Yeah, I got a funny feeling this is gonna... I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh wait, there we go. Well, I got a bunch of troops moving. So apparently it kinda happens in real time. Sort of. Like, I can give them an order to, like, go down here, and then... Yep, there they move. Well, I'm moving them along. So far, no action yet. Although it's kind of hard to tell exactly what I'm doing here. I mean, apparently I've crossed some kind of border here. I mean, am I trying to head for, like, wherever this point is? I don't know. This has me somewhat confused. Okay, I remember reading the Gold Mountains thing, so maybe I should actually go up here. That's kind of weird. There's got to be a way to move for further distances than just as far as you can see. Okay, I'm guessing that there's some bad stuff going on now. Ooh, I don't know, fire at will? I'm very confused. Okay, so this is clearly some kind of war simulation thing, or Civil War simulation thing. Maybe? I don't know. There's definitely something to do with Native Americans, and wow, there's a lot of content to this as well. So yeah, this is definitely a really in-depth game, whatever it is, but I think if I wanted to actually play it, I would need the manual, because there's just way too much going on here. Not to mention it's a strategy game, and I'm kind of bad at strategy games. Yeah, this thing's definitely out of my league, so if any of you guys have any info on this, feel free to leave it in the comments. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here, so I should probably just call it before I dig myself a shallow grave and die in it from having terrible strategy gaming skills. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.